Happy Wednesday. We are back. Yay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see some of you on here. I'm so happy to be here in community with you and connecting with you. It is a gorgeous day in the Hudson Valley, and I think it's going to be one of our last beautiful days here. Hi, I'm so happy you all are here. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, feel free if you're here, shoot me a little emoji. If you're here on Facebook, shoot me a little wave or a heart if you're here on Instagram. I wanted to talk to you today. So, you guys know we've been talking about pricing in the wedding industry, wedding photography industry. And I have been a wedding photographer for 11, 12 years now. And so, pricing and the money mindset around that is something that is really important to hone in on and to really understand what your own relationship is with money. And then, if you are charging money, what are you charging for? To really understand the tangible effects, the tangibleness of you are charging money for what, right? It's not just raising your prices willy nilly, whatever, whatever, right? But it is actually how are you making your clients' lives better by being in it? And how does your pricing affect that? And how does that become a part of that? And so, if you don't know me, I'm Erica Leeman. My business is Sweet Alice Photography. I have a section of it called Smart Alice, which is for wedding photography mentorship. And it doesn't go into how to use your camera, but it goes into how to own a profitable wedding photography business, because so many of us are in the wedding industry and we're just running a business to run a business and we're not profitable, And what are we doing? If you're not profitable, you're not a business, and that's that. So, today I wanted to talk to you about the idea that you're allowed to make money from your wedding photography passion. So many of us get into the wedding photography industry because it's a passion of ours, because we want to serve others, because we are really interested in it, because we love it, right? And I think there's this weird narrative, especially in America, that if you are going to own a business, if you're going to work, then you have to hate it. And that's just not the truth, right? You can absolutely own a business and you can absolutely be profitable and you can absolutely love what you do all at the same time. It's available and it's possible for you. So, yes, 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 yes. Here we go. So, if you are in the wedding photography industry, think about it a little bit. Did you get in it to work with other people? Did you get in it to support other people on their wedding days? Did you get into it because you love it? Right? What are these things within the wedding photography community were you really honing in on when you decided to join us here? So many of us aren't in it actually to make money. That is a nice cherry on top a lot of the time. And so we think that because we are passionate about something and because we love something, that it's not right for us to make money doing it. But if you want to serve well, you actually need to be able to make money. You actually need to be able to be profitable. And you need to do that in obviously ways that feel best for you. But you have to think about this statement of it's necessary for you to charge profitable rates because you have to be profitable in your business. You have to be profitable in your work. And so your work may be your passion, but it doesn't need to be evaluated as work, right? It doesn't need to feel like work. You have to put a price tag on these things in order for it to be worth it for you, in order for you to protect your time and to show up energetically well. But it's a necessity also for you to be profitable, simply for the reason of business upkeep. You have to think that if you're not profitable, then you are not going to be in business. There's only a certain amount of time before the IRS is going to look at you and be like, what is going on here? Are you a business? Are you operating at a loss? It is normal for most businesses to operate at a loss for the first 2 to 3 years of their business. But if you're in like year 4, 5, 6, and you're operating at a net loss at the end of the year when you do your taxes, what's going on? That's when the IRS says, what's going on here, right? If I'm questioning it, then odds are that the IRS is questioning it. So you have to be profitable just for business upkeep, right? You have to be profitable. You have to charge profitable rates to pay for things like your business insurance, your website, to upkeep different things of like, your equipment collection. You have to. And those are just like surface level things, but then there's also a an under level of that of you have to take into account your time, your effort, your education, your expertise, the experience that you give to people. So when you charge well, you have to take into account not only the tangible stuff, but also the stuff that is hard to measure. And it's your job to measure that. It's your job to ascribe dollar signs to that. But if you're not profitable, you can't stay in business. It's not possible. And for multiple different reasons. It's not only because you can't pay for things, it's also because you're overwhelmed. It's also because when you take into account that you are not making the money that you need to make to, make ends meet, then what else are you doing to make those ends meet? Are you needing to get another job? Are you taking on photography accounts and photography clients that you actually don't want to work with just to make money? Right? And so then that does become problematic because then you are just in it for the money. When we charge well, we actually actively show that we aren't in it for the money. We actually actively show that we charge well because we offer a level of service that is unparalleled. We energetically let our clients know I'm charging well because I'm professional, I have my stuff together, and I need to charge these rates in order for me to show up as my best version for you, to show up and support you in the best way possible. When you are shooting double, triple, quadruple sometimes wedding weekends, you can't say that you're showing up to the last weekend of that or the last wedding of that weekend and say that you're 100% on your game. I shot one triple one year and I said never again, right? And so how are you really going to show up for these people and say that you can show up for these people on potentially a Sunday that you could in the same way that you could for those people on Friday? It's not possible because you're tired. Weddings are tiring. They're beautiful, amazing. My favorite thing to photograph. But they're exhausting, not only on your body, but mentally, energetically, emotionally. A lot of the time, we serve as a support system on a wedding day for our couples. We serve as a support system on the wedding day for their families, right? And then there's everything else that goes into it that is the more tangible of running around, carrying our gear, making sure we're hydrated. And so it would probably be better, not only for you, but also for your clients, to price yourself in a way that doesn't make you feel forced into taking on a triple header wedding weekend. And maybe you could just do a double instead, right? So you're making the same amount of money from 2 wedding bookings as you would with 3. You're bumping that up a little bit so that you can serve in a much better way, in a way, way, way better way. The thing is that just because photography is your passion, that doesn't mean that you can't make money from it. There are so many people out there that whatever they're doing for work is their passion. We don't question a performer's level of service. We don't question a performer's level of cost for doing what they love. Athletes, we don't question. They get paid millions of dollars, and we're worried about bumping our prices up by like 500. Right? Completely different industries, of course. But we don't question that, right? And we don't question singers. We don't question actors and actresses about their rates of pay. And these are their passions. These are things that they love doing. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be paid well for them. And so I think that's something to note here is we're not questioning these people. Why are we questioning ourselves? Why are we already, before we even put anything out there, trying to decide what our clients are going to think about our rates? I think sometimes we become afraid that there's a level of disqualification from somebody if you tell them my rates are XYZ and I also love doing this. Just because you love doing something doesn't mean you have to do it for free, right? Your business can be something that you absolutely pour your heart into and that you absolutely love, but it is not an actual child, right? So a lot of the time we think, oh, moms really love what they do. They love raising their children. They love being with their children. That is so beautiful and such a blessing, and they don't get paid for it, right? But this is different. And you can serve well here and be paid well here. And they're both available to you. It's not one or the other. It's not one without the other. A lot of the time they go hand in hand, and getting into that mindset of, if I am going to serve well, then I need to charge well, is where we need to be, right? We need to know that in order to provide a level of service that we really desire to provide, we need to be charging rates that are normal. We need to be charging rates that enable us to pay our bills and sustain our business and protect our energy, right? So I do work with people who are in similar boats. This is actually a mindset thing that I had to work through myself. I really, for the longest time, had such a hang up bumping my prices up over $2,000. I was shooting weddings for $2,000, 8 hours, a second photographer, an engagement session, an online edited gallery. And when I really broke everything down, I was not being profitable. And so I was spending all this time, and I was loving these wedding days. I was loving them. But it was also time away from my family. It was time away from other things that I enjoy doing. So there needs to be a level of, when you're charging what you need to charge, you need to know that you're actually doing this for the benefit of the client. Because when you're charging $2,000 like I was for a full day wedding, and taking on 3 weddings in a weekend, then you're going to feel uncomfortable by the end of the weekend, and you're not able to serve those people at the end of the day well, right? That it's not possible. We're only ever human beings, right? It's really not available to us to run ourselves ragged. And when we run ourselves ragged, we risk things slipping through the cracks, and we risk showing up sloppy. And when we risk showing up sloppy, we also risk not getting that referral. We risk not only the clients not having a good experience, but other vendors in our community seeing us and being like, this was the Hot Mess Express. Note to self, do not refer. We risk that. We risk no kind review afterwards from a client. And we risk just not giving a good client experience in general. And how can we rest easy at the end of a day knowing that we haven't provided a client an excellent experience? There's only so long that you can think to yourself, oh, okay, I did what I could do here, without connecting the dots eventually of, what could I have done better and how can I promote that for myself in the future? The thing is here, this is not your client's responsibility. This is yours. Pricing yourself profitably is your responsibility. It's yours to own. It's yours to determine. And it's yours to own in such a way so that you can show up energetically well, that you can take care of things properly. So in my mentorship program, I only work with ambitious female wedding photographers that want to serve well. I don't work with people who are just in it to make money. Not my prerogative. It's not my own prerogative. So I don't want to work with other people where it's their prerogative, because we are misaligned if that's the case. But I work with people that charge well and serve well, because those are both available. And there's an element of learning and understanding our own business processes and what we need as human beings to get to this level where we're charging these rates. We know why we're charging them. instead of just bumping up, bumping up, bumping up, bumping up. What are you bumping up for? And so that's a lot of what I focus on with the women in my group. You know, we work on, what are you actually charging for? What's your client experience actually like? How are you actually showing up for these people? Sometimes we get so scared of money, and money is just a tool. That's all it is. And sometimes we make money mean more than it actually is. We make it tied to our actual value as human beings, and that's just not the case. And so that's how and why you can and should break apart the idea of serving well and charging well. They are interconnected, but not in the way that you think. Both are available. Both should be noted. Both are there for you. You can charge well and you can serve well. And if you charge well, that doesn't mean you're not going to serve well. If you charge well, that doesn't mean you're greedy. It doesn't mean you're scummy. It doesn't mean you're taking people's money. People have the agency, and clients have the agency to choose who they want to work with and why they want to work with them. So if they deem, hey, this person is worth their price, if they deem, hey, I really want to work with these people, this is worth it for me to pay this money, that's on them. That's not on you. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a tool. It's just an opportunity for trust. That's all it is on both ends. Trust that you will take great care of your clients, and that's why your price point is where it's at, right? Because it's protecting you from things. And trust on your end that you're going to have excellent clients that see the value in what you provide. When you're priced too low, your clients can't see the value because they're so ready to book that they don't even take a second to get to know you. And then again, misaligned. So don't be scared of it. Take a look at it. If you're thinking about raising your rates, I get it that it's scary. Or, you know, if you've been in your business, your wedding photography business for the first few years, and you're kind of like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I know how to take photos, but I don't know how to run a business. I don't even know what a client experience is. I don't even have a client management system set up. Send me a DM. Let me know. Or you can take a look at the information for my program. It's right in the link in my bio. And doors are going to open soon. It's going to officially kick off soon, but the applications are up too. So that's everything I have for you today. So you feel free to DM me and send me, a personal message, either about questions with the program and questions about working together, and or if there was something in this live that helped you and helped to shift things a little bit for you. I would love to chat with you. I would love to hear from you. It's my favorite thing to be in community. So let me know. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful day. It is gorgeous outside. If you get the chance to go outside, go outside.